What is up, guys? Today I wanted to do a video comparing the Uniball Jetstream Prime 3 and the Uniball Jetstream Prime 3 Light Touch. I'm going to call this the Prime 3 and this the Light Touch for the rest of this video. Basically, these are two of Uniball's premium multi-pens. If you're familiar with the regular multi-pen from Uniball, you have the Jetstream Prime 3 color. Now, even this has a few variants. There's the slim version, which I didn't like as much because one of the knocks was the clip itself, which I did not like. This, I think, for $5, this ranges anywhere between $5 and $7 depending on the color and the ink type. I find this to be a very good multi-pen, but I wanted something a bit more premium, and that's where these guys came in. So let's put these away for a second just so you can get a better view. So this is the Jetstream 3 color in .38. This uses the SXR-80-38. In blue, we have this. The black came out a bit scratchy. It usually lays down a bit of a nicer ink. And finally, we have it in red. I might do a comparison later in another video between all of the plastic multi-pens because there's a few variants. There's this, there's the 3 color, there's the slim, there's the FX, I don't remember, maybe 500, or maybe it's 800, maybe it's 300. This one has the single knock and then 2 on the sides. Like it's got the more ink, which has like 80% more black ink. That's as far as I know. This is my favorite of what I've tried so far for the plastic ones. It comes in all 4 sizes, .38, .5, .7, and 1.0. I don't own it in a 1.0. I don't like 1.0 ballpoints, like 7 and below, but just so you know. Now, let's look at these two. So this guy was introduced in 2022. It's a slight upgrade to the previous Prime model. Now, the difference between this and this introduces a metal body. Okay, now it's not fully metal, I have to say. It is nice, and the metal is here. This is metal. This is metal. Here it's already plastic, and I don't like that at all. If this were metal, my feelings about this pen might be a bit different. And also, as you can see, the refills this uses are the metal ones. It's I think it's called like a D1 refill. So this is the SXR-200-5. The only way to tell what refill you're using is either if you look here, there's little markings. It's not coming in focus. Here we go. So you see there's a little black, and then here you have a little blue, and here you have a little red marker. The click is nice. It's a nice mechanism. It doesn't go in when you push it down. It doesn't go into the body as much as the 3 color, which is a nice feature. And now we're going to look at the ink. So this is the Jetstream Prime 3 in 0.5 millimeters using the SXR-200-5. Now in blue, and you can hear as I'm writing the tolerance of the pen it's not perfect, but it's relatively quiet. Now, this is already a 0.5, and that's why the writing is coming out a bit darker. But really, it's the same kind of ink. It's just the cartridge that's different, and that's a big deal because the SXR-200 retails for around $3.50 per refill. Now, this is from JetPens. You could probably get it for cheaper if you buy in bulk, but I don't know how long the ink will last, and therefore buying in bulk I would not do that. So that's something to note, whereas the SXR-80 retails for around, I think, $150. So the 200 comes with a significant premium. Finally, we have the Jetstream Light Touch, the Prime Light Touch. Now, as you can see, the pen is a bit shorter. Besides the clip, these are very different pens. The mechanism of this pen is a twist. It's a twist mechanism where you have the markings for red, black, and blue. If you don't want any of the pens, then you need to put it in between the black and the blue, or in between the black and the red, and then the pen fully retracts. And the greatest thing about this pen, besides the fact that it's fully metal, also up to here, and even this part feels metal. This might be plastic, but this whole part definitely feels like metal. But the greatest part of this pen is that it uses the plastic SXR-80 refills, which both makes it more affordable for a longer period of time, and you get to use the new Lite Touch ink, which is currently not available in the SXR200. Now, the Lite Touch ink, besides in black, I didn't see much of a difference. It does feel a bit smoother, but in terms of the pigment, I don't think it's actually much darker. So this is the Jetstream Prime Lite Touch in 0.5mm using the SXR-L-80-5 refill. The black is definitely darker. SXR-L-80-5. And the red looks a little brighter. I wouldn't say it's darker, it's just brighter. Light touch. Okay. Now, if we're going to compare, so we have the Prime 3 and the Prime Lite Touch. So the 3 costs around $22. The Lite Touch currently retails for around $30. This color specifically, the first few colors that this was released in were limited. That's why I got this immediately, because I really like orange, and I don't know when's the next time Uni's going to be producing this. This pen is available in 2 colors, this white one and a black one. I believe the black has more of a matte finish, so closer to the Lite Touch. The Lite Touch has a matte finish. Personally, my recommendation would be the Lite Touch because it uses the new Lite Touch refills. It's SXR-80s, which are cheaper. This I would only recommend to someone who needs something that looks even more professional in some ways than this. Someone that doesn't like the twisting mechanism. You know, twisting usually requires 2 hands. As you saw, I could do it with 1 hand, but it takes a bit of practice. But my recommendation would be this pen.